Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to react. You know what you have to do. You know what you have to do. Give a man a follow. Also, thank you guys. Like 2 or 3 more people followed. Thank you so much. But time to go to the YouTube video, I guess. We're gonna watch spongebob. Really 2. Here we go again.
The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not what you think it is. There is a secret group of puppet masters who are always watching the citizens of Bikini Bottom and pulling the strings. Hidden within Bikini Bottom are spies that keep an eye on the characters Bikini Bottom and pulling the strings. Hidden within Bikini Bottom are spies.
This man sucking on that burger like.
Keep an eye on the characters and make sure.
Man, he's taking out all that
this
juice.
Is a conspiracy that will fundamentally change the way you look at the show SpongeBob SquarePants, and I believe it's all actually intended by the creators. And I'm gonna prove
very suspicious.
This is the television theory. You guys had a great reaction to my Squilliam Fancyson theory, and I had a lot of fun making it.
Squilliam, you lying, deceiving bastard! I didn't even realize that!
But trust me when I say that what I've discovered this time is much, much bigger. To start this theory, we have to go back to the very beginning of the very first episode of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ah, the sea. So fascinating.
Bikini
so
Bottom.
wonderful. Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life. Home of one of my favorite creatures, SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes, of course he lives in a pineapple, you silly.
Of course.
So let me ask you a question. Who's speaking in this clip? Well,
the narrator?
Obviously that's just the narrator. We hear his voice many times throughout the show.
Ah, Goo Lagoon. A stinky mud puddle for you and me. Ah, the crusty crab. Through these doors pass all the many kinds of undersea life. Pop's boating school, where diligent students learn the rules of the road.
But who exactly is
They're for
the
sure
narrator?
learner.
Well, he's just the narrator, right? We're not supposed to think about who he is or why we're hearing him. Lots of shows have narrator framing devices we're not supposed to think about.
Caillou was amazed that Mommy had made a rainbow, just like in the picture.
But there's something different about this narrator. He sounds a lot like he's narrating a nature documentary.
The ocean. From above, a simple blanket of water. But below, a complex world full of color, life, and wonder.
Ah, the sea. So fascinating. So wonderful. Here we see Bikini Bottom.
Basically the same.
What if I told you that he's not just some random disembodied voice? He's an actual character in this universe.
Here we are again at the Bikini Bottom boating school. Today is once again the day of SpongeBob's boating school exam, but more importantly, this is the last test for the year. And if SpongeBob does not pass this one, it means another whole year of boating school!
He did!
SpongeBob literally crashes into the 4th wall, and we actually get to see the narrator and
murdered.
he's been filming with. The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not just a cartoon. Everything we see is a part of a nature documentary television show being filmed by scuba divers. And if you're still not convinced, I searched really hard and found an old SpongeBob DVD bonus feature that basically confirms everything.
Since before time even existed, land-loving scientists have tried to learn the secrets of intelligence. Their studies led them to the sea, where the citizens of one undersea colony demonstrated a genius so enormous, the scientists felt compelled to record their actions for use in teaching mankind how to live better. The name of this miraculous place? Bikini Bottom. Poring over the mass of brainy masterminds scattered about this strange land, the scientists chose 6 Bikini Bottom residents at random to study. As the scientists marveled at the advanced knowledge and superior intellect of these 6 creatures, I went to college! They rolled their cameras and took notes.
You went to
And
college.
now, finally, we can learn all of the things that these smarty pantsuses have to teach us. Life lessons from Bikini Bottom.
I don't know how it can get any more clear than that. Now, if you rewatch the show with this new information in mind, some things start to take on a whole new meaning. Throughout the series, there's this weird, unexplained running gag of a human hand interfering with the characters. It's even in the beginning of every episode in the intro for the show. Maybe the filmmakers are doing a bit more than just studying these characters. The hand seems to mostly interfere just to maintain the health and safety of the characters, like treating SpongeBob for the suds.
Well, Mr. SquarePants, it seems you have the sun.
Hey, didn't they talk about that in another episode?
Oh, Hans!
I don't know. This man's is named Hans? Wouldn't that
It makes
give
sense
more
that the
sense?
filmmakers wouldn't want to risk the safety of their main character. After all, there's no show without SpongeBob, but that's not the only reason why they interfere. Season 3, Episode 16, I Had an Accident, is infamous for having one of the most absurd, confusing endings in the entire show. It ends with a real gorilla suddenly coming out of a Patrick costume and attacking the characters.
Yo, that's the perfect monkey noise. How are they breathing?
Then as soon as SpongeBob begins to question the logic of
I guess
the scene,
there could be an
this
oxygen
happens.
tank in
What's a
there.
gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
See?
Well, it's funny you should. I mean, see, George, they're onto us.
Let's get out of here.
Yo, this was an episode? Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense for episode. No, man.
SpongeBob is a weird show, but this has always stuck out as being just a little too weird. But knowing what we know now, I think I can explain what's going
Jeez,
on
those
here.
eyeballs
This
are scary.
isn't a real gorilla. Every other land animal we've seen underwater wears a helmet and is drawn in a cartoony style. The gorilla is
That's
shown in a
true.
live-action style, and the only time we ever see live-action characters is when they're human. So, I believe both the gorilla and the horse he rides away on are humans wearing costumes. The filmmakers set this whole thing up just to make the episode more entertaining. It's starting to seem like this isn't strictly a nature documentary anymore. It's more of a reality TV show made for entertainment. Who knows what other absurd elements of the show are actually put there by the filmmakers to make the show more entertaining and profitable. Although, based on the people's reaction, it doesn't always seem to pay off. But how far will the filmmakers go to make the show more profitable?
Saturday morning in Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob is watching his favorite Saturday morning show, The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, enjoying a bowl of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, and wearing the official Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy
That sounds
breakfast
like an
blanket.
ad.
If we think of this as a television show, this sounds an awful lot like a product placement. I mean, listen
Yeah,
to how the
yeah,
narrator
that-
specifically says the
That's
full
what I
names of
just
the products.
said.
The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Mermaid
Man,
Man
sometimes I
and
feel like I
Barnacle Boy
should just
bland
shut up.
cereal. Mermaid
Stop
Man
talking.
and Barnacle Boy breakfast
Whatever.
blanket.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink?
Yo,
All
the
natural
True
cocoa
Man
beans from the upper slopes
movie?
of Mount Nicaragua.
Man, that
No
sounded like I
artificial
didn't even know what it was. But like, that movie's good. It's on Netflix. You guys should go watch
Maybe the
it.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy TV show
Not
is
something
actually
like
from
an
the
ad.
surface world. They are human after
Okay.
all. It makes sense that the filmmakers would choose to highlight these popular superhero characters. The more they show, the more they're going to sell Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy merchandise. Hang on a second. Why are Mermaid Man and
Hold up.
Barnacle Boy the same size as all the fish in Bikini Bottom, even though humans are always shown as massive compared to fish? Whatever. I'll come back to that one later. The show doesn't even just hide product placements. In the episode Model Sponge, they literally trick SpongeBob into making a commercial for a human product.
Am I ready for my close-up, Mr. Director?
Very well.
Lose the pants!
What did he say?
Hans, where's my star?
Gaston? Not Gaston. Whatever his name is.
In this scene, you'll be cleaning bathroom fixtures. Okay. So where's my cleaning utensil?
Don't you get it? You are the cleaning utensil.
Oh no, your bathroom is a disaster. Get it cleaned up fast with the new sponge. Household chores are snatched with new sponge. It cleans sinks.
Yeah.
Just look at that shot.
This is just like
Why
in
is it
real life
black
how
and white?
SpongeBob is such a popular
no.
character that he's used to sell tons and tons of products. So far I've shown you that the show SpongeBob SquarePants is actually a documentary television show, but the creators continually interfere to push their own agendas and make more money. But that brings us to an important question. Do the characters know they're in a television show? Let's go back to that clip where SpongeBob hits the cameraman.
It means another whole year of boarding school.
But yeah, he's seriously dead or just knocked out.
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. You just struck another pedestrian.
Mrs. Puff calls him a pedestrian, which sounds more
What do
like
you
she thinks he's just
mean?
some random Bikini Bottom citizen.
He's
The
literally a
different types of
human.
marine life in SpongeBob are so diverse and
Wait
weird
a
looking
minute.
random bikini.
There's a better frame. Yes. Why are they the almost same size? If he's a human. Wait a minute, that makes no sense. How would he get hit by a car?
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. You just struck another pedestrian.
Mrs. Puff calls him a pedestrian.
Maybe
which
he
sounds
is.
more like she thinks he's just some random Bikini Bottom citizen. The different types of marine life in SpongeBob are so diverse and weird looking that
Oh
it's
my
not
gosh,
too
there's so
hard to
many.
believe that the characters just think these filmmakers are another weird type of fish. And back to the gorilla episode, the gorilla and the horse immediately get nervous and run away when SpongeBob questions what's going on.
Well, it's funny you should. I mean, see, George, they're onto us!
Let's get out of here.
Almost like the creators don't want the characters to be aware their lives are being interfered with. Now, there isn't a ton of footage of the characters interacting with the filmmakers, but I dug really deep and found the smoking gun that answers all of our questions. This is an old commercial from 2004 made to promote the SpongeBob movie.
SpongeBob,
Hell
what
yeah.
kind of jellyfish is that?
It's not a jellyfish, Patrick. It's a spaceship.
Oh, I guess I was wrong.
Hey guys, it's Carlos from the Zone. I was wondering if you could answer a few questions.
Questions? Run for your lives!
No, Pat, don't you see? It wants to learn about our world, and it's chosen
Yeah, ew.
us.
What? Yay! Oh, we've been chosen.
A submarine comes down to SpongeBob and Patrick to ask questions to promote the
Patrick's
movie.
funny.
SpongeBob and Patrick
He's
are
funny.
clearly confused by this and think the submarine is some kind of alien. They also have no idea that they're the stars of a movie.
Well, thanks guys. We'll see you in the movie.
Bye.
Movie? What's that?
I know.
So I think it's pretty clear at this point that the characters are
No,
unaware
put
of
a
the
funny
lives that
Patrick
they're filmed
scene here.
and interfered with.
No, please wait!
But there are some characters that have to have
Yeah.
some level of awareness. For
Hopefully I
example, the
put a funny
dogfish that
Patrick
told the
scene
human
there.
hand to treat SpongeBob, and the director fish that directed the commercial for the human world.
been ugly.
What makes these characters so special? First off, the director fish isn't actually from Bikini Bottom. Before he directed this commercial, we saw him
Yeah,
the citizen
not.
of New Kelp City in the episode
I
Whatever
tried
Happened
to
to
move
SpongeBob.
fast.
Out of all the characters they could have used, they specifically chose a character from out of town. Almost like the filmmakers didn't want to use anyone in Bikini Bottom so they wouldn't risk everyone finding out about the television show. Then there's the Doctor Fish. We don't know where he originally came from, but he's an extremely suspicious character. Usually he's purple, but sometimes he's orange, sometimes he's purple with orange hands, sometimes he's a pirate, and he bears a striking resemblance to Dr. Manowar from the Jellyfish Convention.
And now it only hurts when you touch it.
Why does he have so many different disguises and identities? What is he hiding? I believe hidden throughout Bikini Bottom are spies like this, who are aware they're in a television show and keep tabs on the main...
Look how these guys are
spies like
eating
this, who
these
are aware they're in a
burgers.
television show.
This one's sucking on that burger. This one licking it. Why is he wearing a hat? He's in the ocean.
Tabs on the main characters and make sure everything goes to plan. There's so many suspicious characters in Bikini Bottom that it could literally be anyone. The mailman, the hot dog vendor, Old Man Jenkins, it could literally be anyone. But what if I told you that the biggest spy of all isn't some random side character? It's one of the main characters of the show.
No, it
Someone
has
who's
to
been
be
there from the
Sandy
very
or
beginning.
Mrs. Puff.
Someone who's not even
Maybe
from Bikini
Squidward.
Bottom.
No,
Someone
wait.
who's not even
Yeah,
from
Sandy.
the ocean. That's right.
Sandy Cheeks.
Cheeks. Sandy Cheeks is the thrill-seeking scientific squirrel from Texas who lives underwater in
Hey,
Torpedo.
hey,
But Why did she come to Bikini Bottom? In the episode Chimps Ahoy, we find out she was hired by a group of chimpanzees to come underwater and create inventions. But why does she need to be underwater to make inventions? She could have just as easily have made any of her inventions on land. It must be extremely expensive to maintain a giant dome of air underwater. There is no way the only reason she's here is to make random inventions. I think this whole episode is an elaborate ruse to throw off the other characters from the real reason Sandy is in Bikini Bottom. To spy on the main characters and make sure the show stays on track. Many of the times the characters are in danger, Sandy conveniently steps in to save the day, and many of the wacky, entertaining episode plots are driven by an invention Sandy creates. Everything she does is a calculated move to carry out the hidden agenda of the filmmakers. Her entire friendship with SpongeBob and the other characters is built on a lie. But you're probably saying, Sandy is a sweet, friendly squirrel. There's no way she's behind this. You're not convinced yet? That's okay. Because what I'm about to show you is so mind-blowing, so insanely revealing, that it's actually the whole reason I decided to make this video. Get ready for the big one. Season 10, Episode 10, Feral Friends, is the episode that unlocks this entire mystery. During a birthday party, a green moon suddenly appears and turns everyone except Sandy into less evolved, real-life versions of themselves. Sandy is completely caught off guard by this and decides to call someone for help. And take a guess who she calls.
I don't know. Okay, that's a cool something.
Hello, French narrator speaking.
Wait a minute.
Ah, Sandy Cheeks.
He's big.
Hanging.
He's still small.
Don't say another word. I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day.
I'm confused.
Huh, yeah, I guess that's a pretty interesting clip, yeah. Holy shit! Sandy literally calls the narrator to let him know what's going on and asks for instructions on what to do next. She has been working with him the entire fucking time. He even has a picture of her on his desk.
In love?
This is where I originally planned on ending the video, but there is still one small issue with the television theory. Just one nagging plot hole that contradicts everything. If this is all a television show filmed by scuba divers, then how are we seeing inside the buildings? It's not like any of the humans filming the show could fit inside them. It's the one annoying thing that keeps this theory from being complete. I mean, the most logical explanation is that they have hidden cameras inside of everyone's homes, but we never really see anything like that. Holy shit. Season 6, Episode 24, Truth or Square. The SpongeBob 10th Anniversary Special where they reveal lots of stuff about the characters. But the most damning piece of evidence comes from when the characters get lost in the Krusty Krab vents and end up in a room full of monitors showing live footage of all of their homes.
Oh! My house is on TV!
All of our houses are on TV.
Gary?
Gary Rosdale, you get down from that bed this instant.
Hey, there's my house.
You left the TV on, man.
Look, it's Sandy.
And who is the character responsible for all of these hidden cameras?
Mr. Krabs, why do you have cameras watching us?
Oh, well, I just want to make sure you all floss after every meal.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs.
You have to floss after every meal?
Dental hygiene. Eugene, you lying bastard. Of course he would sell out his friends for a quick buck. And if there's any part of you that thinks there's some chance Mr. Krabs has all these hidden cameras for some other reason, then take a look at what happens next.
Hey, who are those guys?
It's us, Patrick. But who are they?
Oh, we got caught!
Alright, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. A cameraman and a boom operator have been following around the characters this entire time. And just like the gorilla, as soon as they get seen, they make a run for it. The case is closed. The television theory is something the show has consistently alluded to from the very first episode to the newest episodes. Maybe one day the show will actually directly address it and our characters will discover the real truth about their world. But regardless, that's my theory. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. See you next time. Hey, whoa, hang on a second. You thought I forgot about the Mermaid Man and Barnacle.
Oh, I forgot about those guys.
Alright, here's a quick bonus theory. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy were two superheroes that fought crime underwater and protected the sea from evil. Whether or not they actually did this or was all staged for television isn't clear, but they both spent their lives underwater until they became old and retired. But after spending so much time under the sea, they no longer fit in with human society. Plus, Mermaid Man is clearly dealing with some form of dementia and PTSD from fighting evil.
But you can't retire. There's evil afoot.
What? Jeez.
So, they decided to live the rest of their lives in
What does
Bikini
that
Bottom.
mean?
And in order to fit in better with their fellow sea creatures, they made the permanent decision to shrink themselves using Mermaid Man's shrinking belt. The case is closed. Again.
No, it isn't. What? No, it isn't. Back to the start. Not the start, but like when they hit that guy with a car. It's a car. Get in the car. What? Why can't I find it? Here.
Bob hits the cameraman.
I thought it was at the start. But like this guy is the same as this big guy. Wait, no. The shrinking ray. Can you reverse it? So humans in their time are like years ahead. Or something like that.
So, they decided to live the rest of their lives in...
I guess that makes sense, but... yeah. See you guys. Have a good day. Hope you liked the video. And... goodbye. Funny. Funny.